Okay, welcome back. This is part 2 of our little cK-12 walkthrough. Today I'm going to show you how to create a class in cK-12. And so in order to do that, the first thing you need to do is make sure you're logged in. So when I look up here at the top, I see my profile picture and my name, so I know I'm logged in. And next I'm going to select classes. If I had been in my teacher dashboard, I can still select classes at the top, or I can come over here and go to the classes tab. Do you see that's the same as if I select classes? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another class so that you can see how this is actually done. So currently I have one class called Monica's practice class. I'm going to now create a new class. So I'm going to come over here to the right side of my screen and I see this little blue bubble with a plus in it. Create a class. And I'm going to call this class, Highland Rebels, and I'm just going to give a little brief description, teaching the teachers. I can select a subject. I'm going to select science, and let's do life science today, and then create a class. All right, so now I have a class called Highland Rebels. So you can see there's a class code here. That class code will stay the same, so you can kind of use that for allowing students to join. I don't currently have any students in my class, so the next step is going to be to add students. I selected the blue bar that said add students. I can invite students by email. If I do that, it will take me to my email account. On this computer, it takes me to the default Mac software email, so it does not go to my Gmail. But you can enter the students will get it from either email address. So whatever your default email is, it should take you there. You can find existing students. So if you already had classes in cK-12, your students would, if you select this, your students will pop up and you'll be able to select the names of the ones you want to add to the class. You can select students without an email, or you can upload a class roster in a .csv file. So I'm just going to do adding students without email currently. So I'm going to add a new student named Highland Rebel. No, that's not a cool name. I don't know what is. I need to give the student a unique username and a password. So kind of an easy way to remember your students. I'm just going to call this student first period 1. And my next student could be first period 2, first period 3, etc. So, oh, it didn't like that. Oh, because I already had someone named first period 1 because I created a fake class with first period 1. So I'm going to call them first period 2. So you might have to come up with a cool little name. So let your class come up with a class name, and that can be your logo. That'll help you with some community building as well. The password has to be a minimum of 6 characters. So I'm going to call it first P2. And create. So now that student has been added to my class. Once I have a student, I probably want to add more. I just added 1. I'm going to do add students, and I can just repeat the process, adding students without emails, or existing students, or uploading class rosters. All right, so now as you can see on this page, I have several options available to me. Since we're focusing on creating a class in this one, the only other thing I really want to show you is that you can add a co-teacher. So for example, your 5th grade teachers are paired, your 6th grade teachers are paired. They might want to work together in the same cK-12 account and just have different classes in there so that they're staying synced and they're sharing the workload. So if that's the case, you can just select this, how do I add a co-teacher, send them this link, and then the teacher will use that link to join the class. After they have joined the class, you'll see 3 dots next to their name. You'll be able to make them a co-teacher. With students, we don't have the option to make them a co-teacher. Highland Rebel has already been assigned. I can look at reports related to that student. So in another session, I'll show you the reports that you can generate on your students. But this would be how you could just look into how one particular student was doing. I can edit that student's account. So if I need to change the username or anything like that. Oh, I can't change the username. Sorry. If I need to edit their password or their name or something like that, I can do that. And finally, you can remove them from the class. Okay, so that is generally how you get started with setting up a class in cK-12.